America! Fuck yeah! So, you may have noticed that it's the 4th of July. That's 236 years of freedom and shameless decadence for America, and 6 years of being a part of that for me. Yay! I'm gonna be ranting about stuff for the next few minutes, so while that's happening, here's a B-roll of boat porn and other things. July the 4th, 2006 was the day when I landed in San Francisco and began my life in America. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't one of those doe-eyed immigrants coming in from the third world looking for a new life in a strange land or whatever. I'm from New Zealand. We have a higher standard of living and we're more culturally aware, and our country is prettier. Just saying. But in 6 years of living in America, what have I learned? First and foremost, the American people are a ridiculously stubborn bunch. And I don't just mean in the pioneering gung-ho sense. The country is huge, it stretches across an entire continent, and there's a huge difference in behavior and values and culture that is spread all across it. And I visited quite a bit of it, and I can tell you that there's one thing that Americans tend to have in common. They find something comfortable, or at least something that they can get used to, and they stick with it. Forever. I mean, there's plenty of red versus blue on this, but Democrats are just as bad as Republicans in this case, just in different ways. And the stubbornness is an extra problem mostly because America, for all intents and purposes, is an empire. So everywhere you go, you've got these logistical nightmares. It can be as minor as, say, the fact that we still have these stupid cunts in circulation, even though the raw material's actually worth 3 times more than the money it represents, to me being unable to buy fiber optic cable 10 miles away from the center of Boston because it's just too expensive to wire out here. Okay, so that's a little bit of a first world problem. How about how practically every city in the country has shitty floodwater drainage systems because the streets are so old that they actually predate them? Do not get me wrong, I actually love living in America. There's a huge bonus to being where the global culture actually comes from. As a culture whore, I thrive here better than I would have in any other place in the world. And I've grown, most definitely. I went through the college experience here. I've stolen the American confidence, the American stubbornness, the American dream. Whatever that means, I would not be who I am today without it. Not to mention that most of my friends are Americans, especially the love of my life. And yes, I had some of these friends before I came to America, but being here has physically, and in spirit, brought us closer together. It's actually been more than a year now since I became eligible to become an American citizen. Will I actually apply for it? On the one hand, paying taxes to the American government no matter where I am in the world is bullshit. And my New Zealand passport actually makes me more welcome in a lot more places than an American one would. But yeah, I think I will. America is my home now. My heart belongs here.